man just accidentally slipped, but unexpectedly sat right on the air valve. A large amount of air rushed into his body through his buttocks. Soon his body began to rapidly inflate. The boss immediately called for emergency medical personnel upon seeing this. When the paramedics arrived, they initially mistook the man for an inflatable dummy, because by then, 100 pounds of air had been forced into his body. But when they examined the man's body, they discovered the situation was even more serious. The man's chest was filled with air. Worse still, his breathing was weak and he needed oxygen. But with his chest full of air, the oxygen couldn't be administered. So the paramedics first gave him morphine, finding that injecting his arm was like trying to pierce stone. However, these measures proved ineffective, because there was too much air in his body that needed to be released. Otherwise, the man would die from organ failure. The situation was critical. The paramedics needed to decompress him immediately. Just as Thomas was about to insert a tube between the man's collarbones, he was unexpectedly stopped by Jack, a new colleague. Jack told Thomas they needed to insert it near the front of the armpit, because the chest wall was thinner there and less likely to damage organs. Then he asked Thomas for the needle. Thomas handed the needle to Jack, clearly annoyed. To Thomas's surprise, Jack even started giving him instructions. Despite his irritation, Thomas complied due to the urgency of the situation. He cut open the patient's clothes, then inserted the needle and began releasing the air. As the air slowly escaped from the man's body, sure enough, he quickly regained consciousness. Seeing this, the paramedics immediately loaded the man into the ambulance.
First, you gotta go somewhere.
It always does.